Hey everyone, welcome to the third video of this build series. I'm going to be trying a few different things with this episode, so I'm going to actually break it into parts. So I plan on posting a few separate videos this week. They're all going to be a little bit shorter, and they're just going to be focused on one particular aspect of the build. So let me know if you like this format a little bit better. Let me know if you prefer the long ones. Um, Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe as well. That way you get notifications. I am trying to post videos every week. Let me know what you like, what you want to see more of, and thanks for watching. Now we are on to some fun stuff, at least something that I find fun, and that is carving and shaping the body. So we have our general cutout of the body, which the template was used for, but now we can add all of the other things, such as the gut cut, and then thinning out the front of the guitar to make it more comfortable, things like that. So here's what we've got. I drew out about where I want to go with the angle grinder right there. Yes, that is what we are using. Angle grinder. This is why we're going to have a fun time with this. So basically just carve out a bunch of material there. I've got my lines to guide me. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to make sure that I don't really go past the lines. We're going to be doing a lot of shaping, sanding, other stuff to get the final details in there. Can't really see it here, but I also have a line there. So we're going to be thinning that out and flattening it. So that is what we're going to be doing as far as the shaping is concerned, and we're going to start with the angle grinder. As I mentioned in earlier videos, ear protection, always important. You don't want the ringing in your ears. You also don't want the long-term damage. As you can see, it's an extremely dusty job to use an angle grinder, but it works very fast. Obviously it's very rough. We didn't quite go to the lines, just barely. We're gonna, like I said, use files, rasps, all that stuff. We're gonna round over, make that look good. You know, we're gonna sand all this out, make it a nice shape and whatnot, but we got the majority of the material off, which is what the goal is with the angle grinder. As you can tell, it works pretty well as a carving tool to get stuff done very quickly. So we got all of the basic carving done. I was using a rasp for sort of the rounding and the final shaping of it. So we have a rough shape. Still needs a lot of work. I'm going to use an orbital sander next. So it's going to take off some more material, start smoothing it down, start rounding the edges, those types of things right now. After that, we'll use finer sandpaper to detail it and make sure that it's where we want it to be. The rasp that I'm using right here, so it's got a flat side, it has a round side here, and then a more coarse one and a finer one here. This thing is fantastic. I actually use this the most out of all of my files because you can easily just switch as you go on the fly, and it's also easy to grip from either side. But as you can tell, I'm always wearing gloves. It's easier on my hands, it's easier to grip. If I slip, I don't have to worry about hurting my hands or anything like that. This came with a set of other rasps. I think I got, yeah, all of these came from Harbor Freight. So they were extremely cheap. And this is one of the things from there that if you're looking for files, they're pretty good, especially for the price that you're paying. This thing's still extremely sharp. I've used it for a few guitars now, and it's the one I always keep going to. I've got a couple others that I'll use that you'll probably see, but it's fantastic. It's one of the few things there that I would say you don't really need to go much higher than that. I mean, there's some very nice brands, some very expensive brands for rasps, but when you're doing this on a budget, you need to save money at any place that you can while still getting a good result. Drill bits, that is one thing I've learned. You have to spend money on those things. Same thing with the router bits. You cannot go cheap on those. You have to get at least decent ones if you're gonna do this. With these, from what I've found, you can get away with some cheap ones. They make some real nice cheap ones. So this is a great place that you can go to save money when you're looking at getting all of your tools.